Hello everybody, can you hear me? Yeah, I hope so. I also have to increase the volume. Hello everybody, can you hear me? I'm going to play some Crusader Kings here. I'll briefly take you through the game. This is the lobby, and we have the single player multiplayer tutorial and all those interesting little things in it. Well, since I'm alone here, we're probably, well, I'm not technically alone, but since I'm alone here, we're going to play single player.
I'm also here. Hi.
Yeah.
I'm the one who's gonna ask you on your questions, so write them in the chat, okay? I'm the one who's
and we also got some PR people that will help us with Twitter and so on, but she's hiding far away. So we're in the menu here. Crusader Kings 2, play as normal, North Africa, Middle East, Europe, everything here. And you can play as any Christian nation in the game. Everything here. So hold on. So I don't know. Oh, there we go. So much better. Which play? Linda, can you check if anyone has any suggestion for which one we should play? I'll just talk a little bit about what we have. The interesting thing here is that you can start at any given date. Up here you see the dates you can set at any given date, and we also have an interesting few bookmarks. Of course, compared to the original Crusader Kings, you can now play at before William conquers.
So we have a lot of people saying Ireland.
Yeah, but Ireland is not a kingdom. Or, yeah, do they want to... Well, we have independent realms here. There's a plenty of them independent. There's a bunch of counts. We have dukes, they're Connacht and Munster, but there's no kingdoms there.
Portugal is also a popular choice.
But there's no Portugal in 1066. Since people claimed Ireland, we'll see what we can do there. Duke there. Yeah, the ones down here, Munster, whatever you pronounce it, is the one we'll play as. As you can see here, this is secret map mode. I'm not going to tell you what it is now. Let's go play. So, as you can see here, besides having an in-depth tutorial, we also have the nice hit system that people like in single course, so then I'll do that one to Crusader Kings 2 as well. I'll disable this one because I don't want to see it. At the top left here, you see the current Duke we're playing. It's kind of old. One of the nifty things in Crusader Kings 2 is that you have 3 different ages on every character. So you can see if they're young, middle age, or old. Then Duke or Red going back something is kind of that's us over there. Does this work better, you think?
No, I don't have seen yet.
Oh well. Let's switch about to music again. Is this fine?
I think so.
Okay, let's go with that. Anyway, as we're talking, to the left here we have all these buttons for the various parts of the interface. Got a bunch of alerts. We're not married. We have our hair is not married either, and we have sons without land. To the top here we have the statistics, the monthly balance, the prestige, the piety, the demesne size, and we also have indication of all our vassals and a bigger. We also have the score. The total score is added when your character dies. The prestige and piety you have at your death is added to your total score.
Okay, we have a question. Can you talk about crusade mechanics at all?
I was not going to talk much about crusade mechanics, but I can show you. Go into the religious view. The Pope will call for a crusade if he thinks it's good, but in 1066 we're not going to see much crusading. It's going to be later on in the game. Of course, you see another hint. Let's disable the hint system now, so I can show it. Yay! And I'll turn on the fire, which was not the code before. Okay. Oh, that's bad. No sounds, just my voice. That will drive you guys insane. I'm looking at the screen instead of looking here, but well. Turning on the outliner. You see various demesne, what your current court is doing. You've raised any armies, what they're doing, and all the other things here. We have various map modes. We're going to add a few more. So you can see our direct vassals, see independent realms, diplomatic relations. Well, we only have our own duchy and our vassal account of Ormond.
Okay, a question. Can we release counties?
Release counties? You mean like making a county free? Well, we can't really cut them loose from us, but we could, let's say, this guy's in Desmond. We can, let's see if we have someone in our court that's a nice guy. Let's see what people like us. Our marshal likes us, our heir likes us. But then again, we have a bunch of people that our sons don't have any land. So let's go to our family. Yeah, we've got a lot of... Oh, our heir is our cousin. What does this mean? Yes. Come to the laws. We have agnatic seniority, which means that the oldest member of the dynasty will inherit. Which means that our sons do not really like that, because there will always be someone older than them ruling. We can try to change that later. So let's give Meuterbach, he kind of hates us because he's a pretender to the throne. He doesn't like the succession. Maybe he will get happy if we give him a title. We'll give him Desmond, the entire county, which includes the city of Cork and the bishopric of Cloyne. Now we see that the border gets thicker here, which is the border between various counts. Oh, we get an alert saying that he's likely to revolt.
Okay, question. Does plotting work like in Sengoku, or are there different mechanics special for CK2?
The plots are entirely different, because most of the plots in CK plots in Sengoku were basically trying to destroy another clan from outside or inside. Here plots are mostly about internal ambitions. You can select ambitions, and at certain cases you can start plots of like having someone killed, when you have a title for something, you want to change elections. So it's very, very different. We're not backing any plots here, and we don't really have any plots we're doing. We have one threat, my son well, I can't pronounce that one. I should have named him Bob. Next son, oh, my wife is dead, let's marry a new one. Someone younger and fertile. Yeah, Princess of Hungary. Yes, they will like it. Let's see. And we'll start the game a little bit and let the time tick forward.
Now we have a lot of people asking about inbreeding. Is it possible? Do you get prestige loss?
You can't really marry anyone close. You can marry your cousins, but you gain prestige from marrying into other dynasties. You gain prestige from marrying someone above you. But of course, there's some people that want to keep their countries inside your bloodlines and keep your bloodlines pure and not lose territory. But you'll end up with a bunch of hunchbacked dwarfs if that happens. So we'll see what happens here. We're taking time forward a little bit. Hey, we got married. He said he's accepted it. We're going to say we need a prestige because we're small. And this is a nifty little thing that you get actually the flag of the country saying yes in the seal here. I like that. That's cool. So we'll see that we have a new wife here. We can scroll back and see the previous wife. She's young and she's a princess of Hungary. So let's hope we can get some more children. Contrabach over here, we should let him get married, but nah, that's not really needed. The Earl Murtebach, we should probably give him something to make him a little bit more happy. We'll make him a master of the horse.
Okay, question. How does the education of the children differ in CK2?
In CK2, you basically, what will happen, if you have a child between age 6 and 16, you can give him away to someone called a guard, that will be a guardian that educates the child. That person could be you, or it could be anyone else. They will basically make decisions depending on their own traits on how to react when children do bad and good things. So, if we had a young child here, we could have shown you how that worked. Let's see if we can conquer someone else here. This one looks like a small little state there. They are an independent county of Ossory. We have no claims here, so we can't really just go declare war on them. Even if I click there, we'll say declare war. We must have a valid casus belli. So we'll send... can our Chancellor fabricate some claims in Ossory? Yes, we'll send him there, and he'll be busy working on fabricating claims until we get that. Well, meanwhile, we put our Marshal to train troops at home, so that we get more troops there.
Some people want to see the religious map.
Yeah, let's see religion. You got Catholic in most of Europe. You got Sunnis here. You got Shiites in whatever the Caliphate there is called. The Sunni ones here. You see Monophysites there. There's Zoroastrians in the east. Still parts of Persia is Zoroastrian. You got Tengri, which is I don't remember which one of those they are. Some pagan style. Seminus is one. You got Norse people here. This is one of the interesting things, is that when in the start of Sweden you have kings. Oh, this is interesting. Since we played a while, the old King Stenshield died, and Eric the Heathen has become the king. He's got a slight little difference, is that he's Norse. Sweden is ruled by a Norse pagan, and most people kind of dislike him. We say Kingdom of Sweden, which consists. This is a nifty little thing here, where you can see what on every title you can see who's the holder of it, who's the line of succession on it. If you can usurp it, you can see everyone that has a claim on it in the browser. I see Eric the Duke of Sweden. Oh, he's strong. He's got a claim on it. And he belongs to the former house of Stenshield that used to control it.
Can we do another question?
Yeah.
Was you one serious when you mentioned about the CK2 to EU3 converter on the forum?
Yeah, I was kind of serious. I put it on the to-do list. If the game gets popular enough and enough people buy DLCs, it will probably be something that will add as a mini expansion thing. Sometimes, I don't know, late spring it will be on the to-do list. Okay, so this is also an interesting thing. You can go on every title and see who has ruled there. Here you see all the Swedish kings from the Munse family and the Stenshields, and then back to Munse there. Meanwhile, it seems our rebellious son is not unhappy anymore, but we still get 2 sons that lack land. So what shall we do with them while we're waiting for us to get a claim so we can fight the war? Let's see. Okay. That wasn't good. My less than perfect diplomacy led the smuggler's ring. Well, that's really, really bad to get. This is due to our not really stellar diplomacy. Well, we got 12, so we have to do something about that, I guess. But now we just ignore the smugglers ring because we'll fight battles.
And also, people want to get a look at the Dynasty Tree.
Oh, let's see this Dynasty Tree. Well, we got the family tree here, where you have just the immediate family, so you can browse back and forth. Brian Borona is probably one of those famous guys. It's us and all our children. But I think what you want to see is dynasty trees. You can make this one big, and you can scroll about on it, and you can zoom out when you have a big one. If you zoom in, you can see all these forks and people joining other houses, and how much prestige the house is currently getting, and the living ones. So this. And for those of you that don't understand what the different things means, you can see the bastard childs, lineages, other parents, and all those information here in the rest there. Oh, actually, I think you couldn't see it because it was covered. Let's do it. There you see. If you can read it on your screen. Sorry. I'll unpause. I'll let the game tick forward while you think of more questions to ask.
They're wondering about stats. Do children inherit stats from parents, for example?
Children do not inherit stats from parents. Children stats are grown depending on their guardian. So if you put your child at the guardian with high martial stats, you will end up with higher martial stats. Most of the time. Of course, if he's born with the traits like weak or inbred, I mean, it's not going to be nothing's going to help him there. Luckily here we got some bad traits. We're arbitrary, we're paranoid, slothful, but we're humble, and we're a pretty decent negotiator. Ooh, we've died. And we're now continuing as Duke Conroy, which was our cousin. Then we get an information from our kinsman, Murkerbach, the guy I gave the title of Desmond, our nephew, who thinks he should be the rightful heir of the title. So we can change our law to succession by primogeniture, or we can just ignore his claims. And, well, we're strong, we don't care about black men. Turn down the game speed a little bit. And he's declared war upon us, of course it is. As you can see here, there's glowing red whenever you're at war with something. So let's go into the military screen and raise our levies from our vassals down in Ormond. On the map here, there's red ones where these ones are enemies, and green ones are your own, and neutrals are grey. So we got some small money. Let's see if there's any mercenaries at all that we can hope of buying or recruiting. No. Yeah, there we go. 60. The Lombard band or the Swiss band. Let's go for the Saxons. Now we're...
New question.
Yeah.
Do buildings affect your children's traits? They were asking about universities and stuff. I'm not entirely sure on that one. So I can't really answer. Now we're here, we're sieging one of the cities here in Thormund, which was owned by the Duchy of Munster here. We won the siege here in Killam or whatever. And that means that since we siege a city there, well, let's move our armies together and we'll fight the enemy. We have control over Bishopric of Killaloe, and but we don't have control over everything here, since part of it is controlled by our enemy. We have a civil war for primogeniture, where we slaughter their armies, and we're relying on heavily use of mercenaries here. Now we're sieging his main clusters. It's a bit confusing that they have orange crosses and we have yellow, orange crowns, and we get yellow crowns. So, any questions?
They're asking for Islamic countries. Will that be in DLC or?
We don't. It's not going to be in the main game. We don't have any design for it yet or good ideas for it. But if we get good ideas, it will probably eventually be one of those things.
Okay, now two things. I think we need to raise your volume a bit.
Yeah. This one works.
And multi-core support.
Yeah, the game runs perfectly fine on multi-core right now. So, the more cores you have, the better the game runs. You'll get the nice siege event, but we want to siege a court. There's still coin here to take. They're offering peace. Yeah, let's accept it.
About peace, someone is asking here, how limited is diplomacy with non-Christian leaders? Is it just kill war alliance as in CK1?
Can you repeat that?
Diplomacy with non-Christian leaders.
It's diplomacy. Let's see if we have one of those down here. You still, when you declare war, we need to have a casus belli. We can't really declare war on anyone that's far away. We can only have holy war CBs on neighbors or if on crusade targets, and we cannot declare war there. But when you're fighting with them, you fight over set sort of goal, so that you get the holy war CB here, let's say for a duchy, then you can only take that duchy or the de jure duchy.
The next question is about regencies. Could you just tell us some details about them?
Regencies occur when someone's not adult, is less than 16 years old, or if it got bad enough health to not be capable of ruling, then another character will be appointed as his regent. And that limits a little bit of what you're allowed to do. Let's disband our army, just can cost us money. We have not really much prestige, and we're losing it because we have unlanded sons. Yeah, we have another guy that has. Let's marry someone. See if we have someone here in the court.
Related question, will there be a regent if the king is out on crusade?
I don't know with that actually. I think that there's not going to be a regent there.
Tell us a bit about multiplayer then.
Multiplayer works like this. You're basically, it's kind of like all our games that you can hook up to 32 players. Everyone plays one character and then follows through and tries to be as powerful as possible for the ages. Trying this damn little slacker here, he doesn't. Oh yeah, we lost him. Our counselors have let's put him to going there. Need a stewardess, huh?
Will CK2 have lucky nations?
There's no such things as lucky nations. There's technically no such things as countries either in this game. It's all about feudal societies. Oh yeah, this is one thing that we worked on. You can see some people were asking, will there be a message log in CK2? Yes, there's a message log. You can even click on Anything if you want the message as a pop-up window, showing high priority tab or no priority tab, only showing the log. If the message should be disabled, and if it, when it appears, if it should pause the game or not.
Okay, question. Is there any chance of inheritable non-landed titles?
No, there is no such things.
Could it be done via modding or in a DLC?
I'm not entirely sure how these, because they're meant to be like just honorary titles that you give to someone. I married the same wife my cousin had married, so I had the Princess of Hungary just to get some extra prestige from that. She wants to conspire us. So let's see, we don't have enough money, but we could probably, yeah, we need a lot more prestige to claim a title. Oops, college got the smallpox. That's not a good idea. We see some smoke here. This means that their disease is informed. Yep, the smallpox is here. I've got the smuggler's ring there as well. This is not good. New here. Any more questions?
Can you inherit Hungary by marrying the princess?
For us to know that, we actually have to look into Hungary and see what is their laws. Let's see, Kingdom of Hungary. They are agnatic seniority, which means that the chance of a woman inheriting anything in Hungary is slim to none, because it doesn't trace through the female line when it's pure agnatic.
Okay. Well, I don't really understand this question. Let's see if you do. Does the Byzantine Empire have any differences from the Western feudalism?
No.
Is it imperial purple yet?
No, it's a much nicer color. It's the red of the Roman Empire. We got Brittany as purple. That's much cooler.
We have people wanting to see the map further east.
East, yes, we go east. This is part of where we expanded the map compared to the original. You can see we got that's in Ethiopia. We got larger parts of Persia. You can basically have anti-Persia and part up here. Of course, we got the Russian forests with all the principalities.
Is Mali in the game?
No. We just have the Saharan desert. Got a nice event. Let's see what we pick. Okay, we haven't set up all the event pictures yet. Monster Hunter. Yeah, we won't get that one.
Okay. Have you added creatable kingdoms since the original, such as Lotharingia and so on?
No, we don't have any province just belongs to one de jure kingdom. These are the kingdoms that can be formed. There's the 4 ones here. We have Burgundy, England, Scotland, Ireland, Norway, Sweden. So those, the only ones that doesn't exist when we start are like Bohemia, Serbia, Bulgaria. Yeah, the ones in the east up here can of course form these Crusader kingdoms, and Burgundy is basically what you would call Lotharingia in parts of it.
What's happening in England? Is there civil war?
No, up here there's 3 separate wars. First of all, the Norwegians have landed, and at the same time William the Bastard is trying to attack. The Kingdom of England has Gudmundsson as the king, and the Norwegians are the Normandians, the French, the conquerors, what do we call them? Let's say Normandians. They are occupying down here in the south, while up here in the north, yeah, the Normandy is up there. Yeah, Norway is still holding up to Durham, but York has fallen to Normandy. So I think it's a matter of time until William the Bastard is known as William the Conqueror.
Now everyone wants to know about Mongol invasions.
That's a good question. Was one of the things we should have talked about in a later stream. There will be Mongol invasions.
Yes, they will be tough, but it will be kind of similar to CK1. Sometimes they go further than historical, and sometimes they go less than historical. It all depends on how built up the parts are that they come to. Here's one thing you may notice here in the mountains. We've added impassable mountains to the map. So you have, yes, we know that it's technically possible to go through these parts, but marching armies through all of these passes are not always possible. We made it for gameplay purposes, so that you get Pyrenees here are blocked. We also added a bunch of blocks here in the Alps to have fewer possibilities of just marching troops through here, which means there's some natural passes here, like Savoy and Lombardy and along the coastlines. Of course, Norway got some stuff here, since you can't. It's not even easy to go there nowadays. And up in the north, we got some. We added impassable mountains here in the Carpathians, and finally we added some in the Caucasus as well. So this will create some more strategic gameplay when you're marching your armies.
Can you show us the character and government of a republic or the Pope?
Oh, well, they don't really technically exist that much in the game. You have a serene doge here, there's vassals and courts, but the mechanics for them are very, very much abstracted, since this is a game for feudal Christian states, not for republics or popes.
Can you assassinate the Pope?
Oh, you can always try. Yeah, I need some more gold. Let's try. Oh well. Assassinating the Pope is not really that nice to do. So I'm still trying to manufacture a claim, or hope getting. Hey, we can cheat actually, now that I think of it.
People are asking for beta keys in the chat. Could you let them down easily?
We're not gonna. The beta is already full of super active people, and we can't really handle more than we're taking in now. Okay, so let's claim the title here. We cheated and we got 5,000 prestige. So I'm claiming a claim on Ossory, and I'll declare war to claim Ossory. And I'll just raise our entire army. But he doesn't want to let me raise his armies, doesn't.
Is Saladin in the game?
When you start the game, when he's alive, he's in there. All the historical characters are there at their starting dates.
Can you show the Byzantine Patriarch and the Vanvegian guards? They were vassals of the Byzantine Emperor, according to dev diaries.
The Vanvegian Guard?
Yeah.
They're mercenaries that are fighting for I can't really see them here, because then I have to restart and switch into playing for them. Oh, most of these are hired.
Will you be able to marry Muslims and vice versa?
No, you will not be able to do that unless they are specifically in your court. Well, okay, since the programs are not hooked in the victory pictures yet.
Does republics still have no limit for provinces?
Yeah, republics are not really supposed to be playable, so.
Does holding the papacy in your family provide any benefits?
You can't really hold the papacy as a feudal lord. Oh, we got our wife pregnant. Let's see if we have any vassals that likes us enough for... Nope, they hate us. Our vassals are... Olaf Tadg, he doesn't like me. Why? Because he's ambitious, he's got claim on my titles, and is the pretender. Let's deal with him after the siege. Okay, the siege events are occurring a bit too quickly, and we should reduce them. Yay, we won the siege there. One more to go.
Are there any mega events like plagues or something that affects large areas of the map that are basically random?
Yeah, that's basically how the disease system works.
Is there a comet-sighted event?
I don't want to comment that. That's could be. If you have high learning, you will know. Let's see if we can raise some more troops. As you can see here, when I'm marching these armies, that we have the shields here, and this is an army that we have mostly heavy infantry in, 2 small light cavalry guys, and some archers, and mostly light infantry. This is the troops we've raised from our home guards, and we have the crest of the duchy on them. Then we have 20 small people, 9 archers and 11 light infantry, that's provided by the Major Alistair of Kilkenny. Ooh, I need a beer when I hear that. They look different because they are mostly archers. When you get more advanced and have like proper knights, there's the big guys on horses that are...
Question, have you changed the way you create duchies or kingdoms? I guess they mean from CK1?
Yeah, I guess so too. You can... there's not that much of a difference. I need to remember that one. I was not prepared for that question. You can... We have a little alert here that says that we can create a title called Duchy of Leinster. Since I cheated and got enough money, I can do it immediately. Else it will cost us 200 gold and gain us 200 prestige. So now we've got 2 duchies, Munster and Leinster, or whatever I can't pronounce it, it's Irish names. Part of my army here in Desmond, because I noticed that Earl Tadg here, my kinsman, he doesn't really like me for some weird reason. Because I'm slothful, he's very ambitious, he got claims on my titles, and he's also a pretender to obstruct my heir. So what we're gonna do is to revoke his title, and this is probability he'll revolt, he'll hate me, the vassals will not like me, but... Oh, he accepted. That's nice. So we're Dutch of Ormond. He kind of likes me, but since I wrote vassal titles, he's a bit suspicious of me. As this is not from my family, he's not going to care much what I do with laws, so I'm going to give him Desmond to be much more happy. He's increased to 50 and likes me a lot.
Okay, now people are asking about can we end the religious schism by converting everything to Catholic? And also, how?
Well, it's not really just Catholics in this schism. There's an Orthodox. You have what's called Bogomilists down there. You have Monophysites, and the longer you play, there's going to be far more heresies popping up. So ending those, not really. What do we have here? Valdensians, and we got Lollards here. There's heretics in Britain.
Related question: do characters or realms, under any circumstance, change religions?
Realms don't really have religions. Religions are provinces and the rulers. I mean, there's not such thing as a realm. So we've conquered here. We've expanded Minister a little bit. Let's see if we can cheat and attack Kildare. Okay. And we'll declare war for it. It's not really fun when I got endless prestige, but who cares? Raising our armies.
They still want to know more about the conversion system for religions.
People convert. You send, if you have conquered something that's not from your religion, you put your Lord Spiritual there, head the local Inquisition where you want him to go. Keep misclicking on stuff. And he'll be there slowly converting people. Of course, if you have someone sorry, my voice. If you have people in your court of a different religion or heretic, you can always ask them to convert to the one true faith. Oh, we got the son. Let's name him Junior. It's a glorious name. Oh, and our Duke has lost the smallpox.
Is it possible to fight a neighboring count without your liege always intervening?
Yes. If you have a claim, you can fight inside a realm. There can be really, really cutthroat wars because the liege will not intervene inside the realm if you have a claim and fighting for it. And you can't fight without the claims. Oh, the combat here. We have flanks, centers, and right flanks. You can set up your troops. There's various phases. We have skirmish phase.
Question about that. Do the armies have the symbols and colors of their respective factions?
The army stripes.
I guess.
Yeah, well, I was talking about that a little bit earlier. They have when you zoom out, you always see your own shields above it as ruler, but if you're recruiting your vassals troop, they're not going to have your coats of arms on them. But we have the dynamic system. The coats of arms will be used everywhere.
Can you show the court?
Let's see. We have the court here. This is the family. Quick browse of parents, grandparents, children, siblings of the selected character. You see your vassals and what they think of you, how much money they pay. Of course, bishops doesn't give us because they pay to the Pope. Court is for all other courtiers that are in your court. Allies, we got Duke of Nitra. Where is that? Somewhere in Hungary. That's our our brothers-in-law in various parts of Hungary are our allies. But they're vassals, so I can't really call them into the same war. They're not independent enough to do it. We have a claim. Come to Kildare. Yes, cool.
Excommunication system. How would that work?
If someone has bad relation with the church and you got a lot of piety, you can ask the Pope to excommunicate them. And the church needs to have a lot of religious authority for it. But we don't have enough piety because I kind of wasted the piety on doing bad stuff.
Can you assign different lords or leaders to different flanks, and will it change your standing with them?
It will not affect their standing. It's mostly a military decision. But basically, if you're assigning them to another flank, they're going to be there with their troops. And their troops are directly loyal to...
So, do you give the court members jobs like steward, chancellor, spymaster to improve your king's stats?
Yes, that's what you do with them.
Can you explain the multiple objectives you have to siege to win over a province?
The multiple objectives you have to siege are the settlements. If they have a fort level, you need to take them. Most of these starts with the capital, like a castle, a city, and a bishopric. Some richer ones start with even more, like Venice has a city, barony, a bishopric, and another city, while Byzantium has quite a lot more. They're fully built up with lots of bishoprics and baronies and baronies and baronies. Taking this one is almost impossible.
Can you request that someone invade someone else?
Well, I was talking to the devs. They were testing something yesterday, and there was some guy saying that he was playing the Holy Roman Empire, and suddenly the Bohemians had declared independence in a war against him. They had brought in France, the Duke of Provence, another vassal, and the King of Poland. So they had all joined into a huge plot to destroy the empire from inside. Or from outside and inside.
Yeah, about the emperor, people were surprised when you mentioned that. So it's count, duke, king, and then emperor.
Yes, emperor is about it. Technically there's a baron level as well, which is barons, bishops, and majors, but they are not playable. They are there so that there's more fun for the counts to interact with.
Now they want to see more about the plots, how they work, in the plot screen maybe.
Yeah, we have the plots here. We don't have that much plots when you're not inside a realm. I don't know if the resign screen actually works. Let's see.
Can you tell us what ruler authority does?
There's no such thing as ruler authority, it's a religious authority. Let's play here, Duchy of Bohemia. Okay.
Oh, the Duchy on keeping.
Close one. I love this when you come to the things. Oh well, what do we do then? I'll just go louder and decrease the... Okay, this probably works better, but I don't know. Okay, so we'll do it okay, that was not exactly what we wanted, but okay, no music.
Question while we wait then. Is the number of duke and kingdoms titles you can create bigger than in CK1?
That's a good question. I don't have an answer for it, because I don't know the exact numbers in CK1 in my head, and I don't know the exact numbers in CK2 in my head.
Are there any Easter eggs?
If there's Easter eggs in the game, we're not going to talk about them now. So we wanted to plot. Okay, we have a warning here that we're going to lose some territories when we die. We can create some titles, and we can nominate a successor. Oh, we're obviously going to nominate. We already are. Click that as well. That sounds like a good idea. And he's backed by. Yeah.
They want to hear about the in-game store.
Yeah, the in-game store is basically where you will be able to buy micro content. It's kind of like it worked in Hearthstone Free. And it will be for how to get mini expansions and other things. So,
will there be achievements?
Yes, there's plans for achievements at release. Now we get an event here saying that Emperor is changing laws, and we can approve it or ignore it. We're ignoring it. Okay, this is one of what happens when one of our children is. We are the guardian for Svatobor, our nephew. One little nifty thing here in, okay, I'm pointing on the screen, but stupid. Is that it will say about people who they are, etc. And since we're guardian here, we can really affect of how they turn out. So he's asking, since we'll die, why vassal about life? Okay, we can either have him Shastra temperate or lustful and gluttonous. I think lustful and gluttonous sounds better. Oh well, he turned.
Okay, the reason they were asking about authorities, because Doomdark apparently wrote in a dev diary, you can only plot for elective monarchy if your liege has low crown authority.
Yeah. We can go check that here in the law screen. Going to the Holy Roman Empire, you see that the crown authority here is everyone who's, there's a lot of people that can vote here. They're voting for limited crown authority, which is higher than autonomous vassals, but he hasn't gotten the amount of votes he needs yet for that. See if we can get any plots yet. No, there's only ambitions here.
Is there any kind of ledger?
Yeah, but the ledger's kind of like under development here, so I don't want to show that much details. Any more questions?
Is there still a problem owning huge lands on and having them under your own control?
Yes. There's a number at the top of the screen that says your demesne limit. You can never ever have, if you have higher than your demesne limit, you will end up with problems in your realm. So you want to parcel out lands to your followers.
Is world conquest possible?
In theory.
Is there slavery in the game?
There's no such thing as slavery in the game.
How do we save character histories? I guess this is a modder asking. Are they written to files so we can review them later?
Yes. Everything is written to file. Everything is in the save games. You can read and get details.
Will AI behavior be moddable?
I honestly don't know. I need to check with the programmers on that one. I don't think we put that on. Well, you have, of course, the AI behavior on all, what do we call it? Shit, I'm listening, my friend. The AI behavior on all events and all scripted things are, of course, 100% moddable.
Can we play a female character? Can they inherit?
Yes. Depending on the law, females can inherit. If you have agnatic cognatic, then women can inherit, or at full cognatic, women can always inherit. You just need to institute those laws. At the start of the game, we have females that are ruling. Or you could basically go with cognatic seniority, which or cognatic primogeniture, which means that the oldest child inherits.
Please go back to plots.
Well, there's no plots available yet at the moment, so.
Can nations like the Netherlands be formed?
No, there's no such thing as the Netherlands.
Can kingdoms join the HRE?
Yeah, kingdoms can pledge allegiance to the HRE if they want to, but it's usually not really a benefit to be vassal when you're a kingdom.
If you're playing a female and your son inherits, is it game over?
No, it's not game over. You continue. If it's your child, you always continue if there is the same dynasty. Well, that's one of the things. If you're a woman that rules, you can always do a matrilineal marriage so that children are born to your dynasty. We're getting low on time now, and we'll basically have time for 2 more questions.
Are there more cultures and subcultures than CK1?
That's a good question. I don't have that numbers, but you can see there's a lot of different cultures in the culture map mode.
Are there any new features or anything that's unique for multiplayer?
If stuff works out fine, we'll have some good talks about multiplayer in December.
And since you mentioned the word DLC, everyone keeps asking about hats. So please tell us, will there be a hat DLC?
A hat DLC? So that you can get better hats on your...
Yes, preferably a Team Fortress hat, I think.
I got no clue about that. But we can always make a DLC for sunglasses, because sunglasses are cool. Nah, I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Okay.
Cool, so then we're ending for now, and this is it, and we'll probably do it again sometime. Take care, bye bye.